Hey guys, welcome back to Mental Health Healing Podcast. I'm the host, Matthew Wilson here. Last episode, we talked about what healing is and kind of what it looks like. Today, I'm going to delve into the actual parts and nuts and bolts of mental healing. And one part of it is routine and why that is important in life. And have you ever noticed how stressed you get when things get out of control in your life, when everything is out of routine? You know, some people have really good routines and some people have not so good. I'm probably on the lower scale of routines. I'll just be honest. Mine's aren't so good. I can learn off a lot of people. Some people are really set and it's really, really good and it's needed and it'll keep you healthy. It'll keep your mind healthy and it'll keep you healthy to have a good routine. Let's get into the first point, guys. Why does routine matter? As I said, chaos will make stress worse. When there's chaotic in your life, when you don't have a sleep schedule figured out, when you don't have a gym schedule, when you don't have a work schedule, and you don't have an eating schedule, when everything is in flux and your environment's unorganized and you don't know where things are, it creates a lot of stress. When you can structure and have organized chaos is what I like to call it. When you can organize your chaos and have it so that it's chaotic but organized and you know where everything is and you know where everything goes, it just makes life so much simpler by a long shot. Routine creates stability. Routine creates stability for the mind, and when your mind is stable, you are stable, your environment is stable, everything is stable. When you get your mind stabilized, everything else follows. Small structure can calm the mind. Tiny, tiny little things like waking up at the same time in the morning. You know, something as simple as that. Setting the alarm for 6 a.m. and not hitting that snooze and getting out of bed every single morning, every single day is a small thing in your routine. The cliche or whatever, Rome wasn't built in a day. Rome was not built in a day. And I hate to say that because it's overused, but it's so true. You do one brick at a time, and one brick can be waking up at the same time. Can be having regular meal times, eating at 7 a.m. for breakfast, 11 a.m. for lunch, 4 p.m. for dinner, and just being structured in your meals. The mind likes to predict when things are happening. And when you have chaos in your mind, there's no predictability on what's going to happen. You can go outside, something to calm the mind. Just getting outside and moving and walking and being in nature can really soothe and calm the mind. And it's really important to go ahead and do that. Movement and doing it every day. Your bedtime routine, having certain things, not only certain things you do before bed, but just having a time when the lights go out and the phone shuts off and you shut your eyes to go to sleep, whether it's 10 p.m., 11 p.m., 9 p.m., whatever you choose. As soon as you choose a time to do that, and stick with it. The point I'm trying to make here, a routine doesn't fix everything, but it helps. I talk about mental healing in the last episode. I talk about the holistic approach and how your approach isn't necessarily my approach, but over time on this podcast, I'm going to talk about a lot of different things and a lot of different topics that are going to resonate with you, and maybe routines resonating with you right now, right here. Next, I want to talk about what happens without a routine. What is really happening without a routine? So without a routine, and I'm guilty of this, staying up too late. Staying up to watch TV and eat junk food late, and just watch junk on TV, and just being up too late and not following a schedule. It comes down to discipline and decision making, but not following a routine can do that. Sleeping in is part of it. If you're sleeping in and not getting up at the same time, your mind, nothing can regulate in your body. There's no regulation. If you look at nature, if you look at the birds and the bees, they all come to life. You know, the birds, when the sun rises, the birds start chirping and they start getting up. They're on a clock. They're on with nature, and we can create our own nature, but we need to follow it. We can't have flux all the time. It's okay to have flux here and there and be creative here and there and live a creative life, but you've also got to have routine and then be creative. Skipping meals. If you skip meals or eat too many meals, one or the other, both of them are not healthy. Both of them do not help you. You want to eat your meals at the same time of day. No, even don't even look at what you're eating. Try to eat at the same time every day. Try to do that for a week, for 2 weeks, for 3 weeks, and make it a lifelong habit of doing. Another bad routine thing that creates, if you have a lack of routine, is scrolling on your phone. You're just sitting there scrolling. You don't have any plan. You don't have any routine. You don't have anything to do. So you just mindlessly scroll. You'll feel lost or overwhelmed. You're going to feel lost or overwhelmed without routine. And I'm guilty of this. I feel lost and overwhelmed a lot of the time because I don't have a routine. I'm looking at creating one here in the next week or so, of creating a routine for my creative workflow. I'm off work at the moment, but I want to create a routine for my creative workflow so that I'm not just lost and sailing down the sea with nobody at the helm. When life feels messy, the mind often feels messy too. It's just, they go hand in hand. If life's messy, that means your mind is messy. If your mind is straightened up and routine is your mind is within a routine and structured, your environment will be structured. Vice versa, they work with each other. The next thing we're going to talk about is some habits. So we talk about what it is and what it looks like. Now we're going to talk about habits and things we can actually put into action to help out with creating a strong, structured routine in our life. I want to make a point here. Keep it easy when you go to do simple habits that help. Keep it very simple. Wake up around the same time. We talked about it, but set your alarm and be committed to do it, and just pick one thing off of this list. You could go for a short walk every day. You could drink water. You could eat better. You less screen time at night. Write your goals down. Go to bed at a decent time. The point is, start small. You got to start small. Pick one of these things and create a habit of it over the next month. And you may be thinking, oh, that's not enough. Like I'm not changing enough and things are going too slow and I need to do everything at once because my life's a mess. And a lot of times when we're dealing with our mental health and we have mental illness and we're trying to heal, a lot of times our life is a mess, a big mess. Financial issues, physical issues, weight issues, social issues, family issues. And it's all compiled all together and it looks like this big load of garbage. And it's like, how the hell do I get this load of garbage out? Well, number one, you're one person and you got to get help from other people. You got to get people helping you and help bring the trash out, because number one, if you have a big load of trash, you can try to take it out on your own, but you're going to be a while taking that trash out. So get people to help you in your life. You essentially need to bring the trash out to the curb from your house, which is you. But if you get people helping you and guiding you, it makes it a lot easier. So guys, start small, pick one thing off of that list and get it done, do it. And that's what I would say. I'm going to roll into the challenge for you for this week. So the challenge I have for you is to pick one of the 7 routines I mentioned, one of the 7 habits. 1, wake up around the same time. 2, a short walk. 3, drink water. 4, eat better. 5, less screen time at night. 6, write goals. 7, go to bed at a decent time. Pick one of those and ask, what's one routine you can improve out of those this week? What's one thing you can do? Pick one of the habits for 7 days, whether it be a 10-minute walk, better sleep, or no phone before bed. Pick one of those, stick with it, and see how it goes. When we come back here next week for the next episode, we'll see how it goes. I'll ask you to put in the comment section how it actually went, and I'll be interested to see how it went. I'm going to try something. I don't know what yet. I'm walking a lot already. My bedtime and wake times are kind of shitty, so maybe I'll choose to get up at a certain time. And I will. That's what I'll do, and I'll let you know how it goes. I'm not expecting perfection here. None of us are perfect. But maybe I'll get all 7 days at 6 a.m., but maybe I'll get 5. And if I get 5, it's better than all over the place. So that's what I'll choose. I'm excited to see what you're going to choose. And from there, guys, we're going to wrap this podcast up. Remember, healing doesn't happen all at once. Sometimes it starts with one small habit. You can't fix a broken train that came off the track and all of the carts are off the track and need to be put back on the track and you got to put all the cargo back in. You can't do that all in one motion. You have to strategize. You have to think about it. You have to get things in order, and you have to get people on your side, and you have to be a nice person to get people on your side. If you're not nice, I want to hit on that too. This is something I'll talk about in a future episode. If you're not a nice person, why would people help you? If you're mean and rude to people, they're not going to help. So you got to be a nice person. People are going to help you. And that's what I'm just going to say. We'll leave it at that, guys. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. We'll catch you on the next episode, episode 3, coming next Thursday night. Enjoy your weekend rolling into Friday, and we'll talk to you next time. Thank you so much.